Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the GonzoEwok channel with me, Gonzo.
And me, Ewok.
For another episode of
Geordie Space Program.
Alright, so we're recording this right off the back of the last episode that hopefully you've watched, where we managed to achieve a lunar flyby. So, we said at the end of last episode, this time we go to the moon.
Oh, we're going to land, yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
We're going to put boots on the ground in the moon, and if you remember, that also then gives Bob as an uncle and Fanny as an aunt.
Ooh, let's pick up this mission as well, because that's an extra 46,000. We're going to pick it up on the way back using the thermometer.
Why didn't they give with that the first time, the pricks?
Oh, and there's plant flag on the moon as well, which is worth 182,000.
Right,
we'll have that.
Aye.
And if we've got enough room, we'll have that as well.
Nice.
Okay, so this could put us right back in the... Are we on the right save file? We've got 228,000. Is that how much we had?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Have I opened the wrong save file? No? We
No,
must
no,
have,
that-
we must
that
have had
was us.
that. We must have had that.
Nice.
I thought we had less than that.
Oh, hang on. No. Hang on. Isn't this might be...
Oh, no.
Yeah, these are my designs.
No,
These
that's because it's the Leroy Jenkins and this is ours. I know why we've got that. I'm being stupid. It's because we've just picked up those missions, so we've got the...
Advances.
We've got the advances
Jesus
on the
wept.
mission. Got a rocket here. Now, this is an adaptation of the original design that we used last time.
The parts that we've unlocked with that size have bought this.
So this has got actually sort of similar lift power to the craft that we flew before.
That's a skipper engine on the bottom.
I've just translated some of the smaller parts out for some of the larger parts that we've unlocked. Doesn't actually have a lander stage, so
we need to do that.
Yeah, we could just try and use this stage as a lander stage, and maybe add a little extra poke to it. I'm not sure. The thing is, we're coming right up against the line in terms of the maximum weight we can have on the launch pad.
Yeah.
So we've only got like 0.8 tons to play with. Oh, sorry, 8 tons to play with.
Yeah, that's still quite a bit for making a lander. If you think we could put like a Wuss engine with a small amount of fuel, you know,
Well, that's worth 4.5.
4.5 tons.
Yeah.
We could use that if you wanted to.
But do we just want to use this stage as the lander and add a bit more fuel to it?
And what do you think that would do to the flight characteristics of your rocket, though? This is again one that you pre-designed before we started recording.
Well, it's not really designed for this, but I think it'd be alright. I think it's worth a go.
Slap some legs on.
Maybe send a
Hope for the
white
best.
coat.
Yeah, although the white coat is now our joint most experienced person alongside Valentina.
Yes, but the white, it's going to be a new spacecraft design. Do we really want to risk one of the important people?
Well, I'll tell you what, because we're up against it, because your tea's nearly ready, isn't it? So this recording session will probably end up wrapping up in good order. So, you know what? For the sake of it, this is my first attempt at actually touching down on the moon. Whack some legs on that, some of those new tasty legs that we got. That's not going to be too heavy for those legs, is it? They're quite spindly.
It's probably going to be okay.
It's quite tall for a lander. It's very tall for a lander.
See, I'm thinking we'll probably
do the old wide wheelbase thing.
Of course, the only issue is when that shears off, will it destroy the...
No, no, look. Very possibly.
I don't think it will.
Now
that's going to damage our aerodynamics a little bit.
Well, yeah. Yes, it is. I mean, it's a shame we haven't got the fairings having some nice big bulbous tip to the head of this, you know, gigantic penis. It'd be quite good.
Right, I feel like we're missing something. We don't have any RCS, but we haven't got any unlocked, have we?
No, I haven't got it yet. Got the SAS module, which I don't think you've put into your design. You give us a quick rundown of it before we loaded up and started recording.
May as well add it. Because we've got solar panels on this. We do have solar panels on this, so hopefully it'll remain long-term functional.
I'm not keen on this as a lander, mind. I'm not fancying its chances touching down. That's a very long craft.
It's very tall. It is.
So it's going to want a tip if we don't land perfectly level and perfectly aligned.
Well, do you want to give in now before we even try?
Put a white coat in.
Put a white coat in.
We can't afford to hire one for the occasion, can we?
Wendy's expendable. I know she's got a star, so it makes you
well.
want to
Valentina's got a star now, so we've got a good pilot.
Let's change this to Crap Mun Lander.
That's going to fill our confidence, isn't it? Please board the Crap Mun Lander.
We're 1.46 tons overweight. What can we lose?
Sadly,
very little.
No. It's the extra fuel that you bunged in there. Maybe like a smaller tank instead of one of the big ones. Because I mean, they do hold a fair old bit. That do it. 137, 3 ton to play with. That'll be all right.
What can we get for 3 tons?
Not much really, unless we strap smaller fuel tanks to the outside and fuel crossfeed them into that final stage to give it a bit more. But
so what's the smallest tank we've got? They weigh 0.5. They weigh 9. No, they're big. They weigh 4.5. They weigh 1.15. So we can't fit them on.
Nah, not the way the rocket's designed. I mean, is it worth doing that though for the drag that it would cause?
Well, we could sort of pull them in, couldn't we?
Sneaky. Need to put the fuel lines on them as well, don't forget. Need them to feed in. I mean, that's only an extra 300 units of fuel, but you know what? It's better than a kick in the teeth.
Every little helps.
Sneaky as fuck, that.
Right.
It now looks as though it's got growths.
It does. I'm
Polyps.
not sure that'll work. I don't know if the offset and the aerodynamics all factor into each other.
All I know is I've got 2 words: rocket polyps. Now get it up. So how does this thing handle?
I don't know.
Right, you haven't tried this one at all then?
Well, theoretically, it's got roughly the same delta V as the previous rocket. Theoretically. The thrust to weight ratio is slightly lower, but it compensates by having a little bit more fuel.
Right. Okay.
But the thrust to weight ratio should still be okay to fly.
Like Bumblebee.
In terms of stability, yeah, it should be okay. It's one long rocket. It's got a more aerodynamic shape than the other one. So I mean that's a benefit. It is going incredibly fast at this stage. We are going to push through the sound barrier, I think.
Good. You know my thoughts about the sound barrier? Oh, they're getting a bit warm.
What is that that's overheating?
The decouplers.
Ah, well, we don't need them now, do we? Okay, we're slowing down, but it's okay. We're slowing down slowly.
It's as we're creeping up towards the sound barrier, the pressure in the front of the rocket is starting to fight back a little bit. We're not quite gaining any more speed yet, though.
Yeah, but we're not losing any more. Anymore. We're not losing anymore. I'm feeling like my verbal acrobatics are a little lacking today.
Well, I'll be honest, I did buy some beer thinking that we were going to record a podcast, but we're talking about that and we figured we might make the podcast a bi-weekly thing and kind of give you guys some content with solo series or one-offs to try and just... Really what we want to do is get it so the channel's got more stuff going on regular. Obviously, we want to keep Geordie Space Program going on. That's kind of our flagship, really. But we've been thinking about, other ways to kind of grow the channel.
This is handling beautifully, by the way.
It really is. But I was...
The prograde didn't done.
I was trying to give it a state of the channel address. It's very important
I'm
stuff.
trying to talk about the game that we're actually playing now.
People know the drill. We try and launch something, it goes tits up, we shout at each other. It's what we've been doing for like a year now. But... state of the channel, I was going to say what we're looking to do is in terms of growing the channel, we've got like some amazing people following it already. It's so cool. I think we've got like 60 odd people like who follow the channel, and we'll get some regular viewers, and it's really good having like a bit banter and a bit chat with people on Facebook and on Twitter. And that's really cool, but it would be good if we could get the thing growing a little bit more. It's one of the things that we want to look at doing, and really we've got to accept that Geordie Space Program is not for everybody. We do want to kind of like have a bit more of a mixture and give you guys a little bit different things to watch. And you know, at the end of the day, people don't have to watch everything. You watch what you like. You know, I do the same with channels that I watch a lot. But I think, yeah, certainly that's something that we're looking to do in the podcast. We really enjoy doing them, but like we were saying just before, I was saying to Ewok.
This isn't going well, mate, by the way.
No, it's going terrible. I'm just trying to sort of glance over. But the issue that we've got sort of is with the podcasts going up every week, there's not a huge amount of news that we can cover because we're not doing it like full time, constantly sort of like surveying the news and watching every single development. You know, I mean, the podcasts are good fun to do, but we can't really be as insightful or on the ball as we'd like to with them. So maybe dropping those to a couple of weeks and then seeing if we can find some other content so we're not just sitting with, you know, days going by with nothing going on with the channel. In any event, I'll shut up now because I have kind of over-talked a lot of the launch and it's kind of critical. So, we haven't got anywhere near enough fuel here from the looks of it.
We will see, because we've got quite a bit in this top section here.
With the pool.
So we'll see how it goes. We're going to hit the 73,000 pretty soon. We're probably going to have to use a little bit of our transfer stage to maintain the orbit, but once we do that, we'll have an idea of where we're going to go. If it looks like we're not going to have enough fuel to do a Mun landing...
Might do another flyby.
I was thinking we could do a Minmus flyby.
Right, okay. We can look at it.
Actually, how much were we going to get for that contract for Mun Science? Science from space around the Mun? Because if it's close to... I think it's going to cost us 40 and a bit grand for this ship.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we might recoup our losses. Problem is there isn't an awful lot of science to be gained around the Mun anymore.
Yeah, really it's only from the surface.
Uh-huh.
It's the surface and some of the other biomes that we wouldn't usually hit.
But if we could take it past the Mun and then get the Minmus, that would probably cost less fuel than a Mun landing. We will see. Let's get the orbit. First and foremost, before we get ahead of ourselves. Oh,
I can see it's pulling.
It doesn't want to go back. It doesn't want to go back. It is heavy and big.
So yeah, surprising considering you've emptied the thing of fuel.
Landon, taking off. I'm really not with it today. Taking off was not as smooth as hoped. Not terrible though. I mean, considering that most of the crafts that we build, the first time we try and get into orbit, we explode or barely get off the launch pad.
Or spin wildly out of control.
Or spin wildly out of control.
Land in the sea.
You know, it's gone worse.
Mind that's shuttling down fairly quick there. Let's just keep an eye on the fuel.
Oh yeah, keep an eye on the fuel.
Now this is just like a large Russ engine, so it is quite efficient up in a vacuum. So that's quite nice. I'm tipping off.
It's draining fairly quick though.
That is fairly quick, but it's not ridiculous. I don't think that would be enough to give her a lander and a return, but I think we might still be alright for a flyby here, you know. It's not bad. Let's have a look here. What we're doing. It's maybe about 10-15%. 300 units coming up.
If we can get there with half fuel, we'll see what we can do from there.
That was about 300 units there that we used, so that's about a quarter of a tank. And you know what? That's not ridiculous.
It's not terrible, is it?
No, not bad at all.
Look at our orbit. Where's the Mun? All the way around there. We've still got Penny Crayon in orbit there.
We do. Yes, poor Penny.
We'll have to bring her back.
She'll be a bit peckish by now.
Nah, there was lots and lots of munchies on there.
I forgot to put them in. Didn't think she'd be up that long. Thought it was only a half-hour jaunt.
Order her a Domino's, eh?
Aye.
Poor lassie. Right. That's a distance out, so let's push it up.
It's a 58-second burn. Bit more going on with the old moon. Juddery.
I'm just trying to get it as efficient as possible, you know.
I can see.
I'm not going to do collision course anymore because that is wasteful when it comes to fuel.
That's not bad.
Alright, that'll do nicely.
So that's 57 seconds.
How long did we... I think we burned for about 37 seconds to get here, didn't we?
I think so, aye. But bearing in mind we had the dregs of the skipper, which would have took some of that time off.
I think it was 37 seconds after we threw the skipper away.
So that was a quarter of a tank, so we're talking about another quarter of a tank and a half. So we're talking nearly half a tank to do that burn.
Nah, we're not talking half a tank.
Well, let's have a look. We're at 909. I reckon we'll have about 450 by the time we're done.
You think?
Aye.
I think we'll have more than that.
I hope you're right. It'll get with the flyby, and at the end of the day we can still bring ourselves back. We can get a flyby, get some more science if needs be, if there is anything to get. It's a good experience for Wendy. There's always that. If she makes it back. Cool. Got the burn on the go.
I did. I started the burn a little early there. Don't know if you noticed.
This is no worse than a premature burn.
Beer.
Beer's good.
We need to coordinate so we're not drinking beer at the same time and leaving things in silence.
Geordie Space Program. We're two blokes playing a computer game with a tin of beer. It makes sense to punctuate the silences with a drink.
Absolutely.
Aye.
Drink?
Yeah. It's refreshing. So I bought them for the podcast, but then we decided we were going to go and skip the podcast, and we figured we wanted to get a few episodes of Geordie Space Program done. We're recording this right off the back of the last one.
You've said both of those things already.
Yeah, I'm just reiterating. People might have phased out, you know. What was the old saying that I learned when I was learning for teaching? I tell them, and then I tell them that I've told them, and then I check to make sure that I've told them that I've told them. That's how you teach.
Is it?
Yeah.
I tell them, and then if they don't know it, I hit them.
That's how they used to teach in the 50s.
Right, 575. We've got more than you thought we would, but still probably not enough.
That's not ridiculous, mate.
It's not. I'm still tempted to give this a go, you know.
I'll just grab the controls because we can see. There we are. As it hurtles up towards me.
I love the way gravity works. The way that was clearly.
I love gravity,
I love gravity, me. But the way that it pulls us to the side at the last minute, and that's beautiful.
I can remember when I was on holiday with my wife, one of the stewardesses, bless them, the air stewards, and she was talking with somebody a couple of seats in front of her, and bless her, she didn't not fit that kind of airheaded stereotype. She was lovely, but just... And she was standing talking to this person, and she was like, "Oh, so why did you become an air stewardess?" And you're thinking the answer would be, "Well, I'd love to travel, or I'm young and I want to get out there." And she just went, "I just love planes, me." Jesus, if we get into any kind of bother, she's the one that's supposed to like make sure we've got our things on properly and get out the bloody crashing plane.
I just love planes.
I just love planes, me. And oh, God almighty. That didn't fill us with confidence. But I bless her.
Maybe she loved planes and was smart.
Given her tone of voice, her facial expression, and the 20-minute conversation she's proceeded to have with the lady, I'm somewhat doubting it. That might just be me getting things wrong. I don't like to jump to a conclusion, you know, but I've got a sneaking suspicion.
I don't like to jump to conclusions
well,
or be rude.
That being said,
but that girl was thick.
That being said, I mean, there's a lot of tests that they've got to pass to be a stewardess. There's a lot of stuff they've got to go through test-wise and pass exams
yeah,
and stuff.
but I know some pretty stupid people who have some very impressive qualifications.
This is also true. This is also... Yeah, sitting next to one of them. Boom!
Nah, you don't have any impressive qualifications.
Fuck you, I'm a master. I've got a master's degree.
Yeah, in creative writing. You might
as
well have a master's degree in Mickey Mouse.
Published author. Published author.
Yeah, so
how dare you say these? You wouldn't say that to bloody Terry Pratchett, God rest his soul, would you?
Well, I'm a published author. I don't see what the big deal is. Right, where we're going to come down. Shall we try the centre of that crater?
Oh, we're actually coming down, are we? You just sprung that on us.
Why the hell wouldn't we?
Oh, we've got more fuel. Alright then. Cool. Yep. Crater. We listened the last time we did the moon flyby, and they said those craters look like a good place to come down. So let's come down in one of those craters. That's 16-second burn to bring we down there. That's not bad. We can do that. As long as we don't do anything too tits up with a landing, it should be alright.
Oh, hang on. Right, if we start from there...
Pardon me, that was very unprofessional.
It really was. Disgusting.
I burped into my hands.
I'm thinking that... depending on where we land, it's good that we're equatorial.
Yep.
That means I can take a straight shot for collision course to Kerbal, and save fuel.
I don't like this collision course meta that's came into our gameplay here. Not a big fan of it.
Now, I may have to save and quick load because my W, S, A and D aren't doing anything at the moment.
But do it now.
And I do like to be able to turn. Yep, there we go.
It certainly helps.
It was a 16-second burn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we want to burn around about the 8-second mark. I'm really nervous because I haven't done a landing in a long time.
Yeah, and this doesn't look as though it's kind of an easy thing to land.
Yeah, so I almost like forget how long it takes to burn to cancel off the velocity.
And we haven't really done a landing with a poodle engine in a long time. I think we've done one before, but so again, different thrust characteristics.
So yeah, there may be some death here.
Well.
Crew report, transmit, science around the
No,
moon.
it's
around the moon.
Oh, that'll unable to deploy. What a bastard! Do it again. Aye.
And that old chestnut. There we go. It's deployed.
I forgot science. Well, no science, but what it will give with is
a contract completion.
Cash.
46.
Yeah,
it's paid for the mission.
There, that's
Lovely.
good. Anything else is a bonus now. So, right, that's it. We're committed now.
Oh yeah, we are committed.
That was 600 meters per second, and it took 8 seconds. So if we're 600 meters off the ground at 1 meter per second, it would take 8 seconds to stop. Does that help?
Surprisingly, yes.
That's good. I don't know where that came from, but I'm quite happy that came out of the mouth then.
It's going to take us 8 seconds
to reduce
speed.
160.
160?
What?
I thought you said 600. You've forgotten how...
It came out my mouth and I don't know where it came from. It was like brain muscle memory.
That's a hell of a difference.
I know
we're 8 seconds away from the ground and doing 300 meters a second.
What? Hang on. What was that burn? It couldn't have been 600. Couldn't have been. That's a lot. 160. 160 will take 8 seconds to burn off. That's what we're working off.
Right. We're about 1 minute and 12 seconds away from the ground at present.
Right. Get the legs out. Cushy.
We're well over the equator. The equator?
Equator mass.
We're well over the equator. So I'm happy to cancel off the vertical now.
Yeah, and I mean, if we
even if we get stuck here, we can put the flag on the moon and earn the big bucks. And you know what? Looking at the fuel situation, I'm thinking we might end up stuck here.
Yeah, but that's good. This is big enough and tall enough to nearly be a base. Good old Wendy. We'll come back for her later. She isn't a crater.
1 minute 30 seconds, and there's my radar altitude.
Alright.
I don't think this is going to work. I have absolutely no faith in my ability to land.
Oh. I can do it if you want. You know how much of an expert pilot I am. It's only recent practice in the game.
When was the last time you landed?
A rocket. While back. Plane. Not bad with a plane. I'm good on bikes. Good on planes. Not so much rockets. Not really me thing, a rocket. Hate the things, if I'm honest. Right. So, this is probably going to take about 12 seconds of burning. Aye. More. It's increasing all the time. So... I can see that's bleeding off nice. We're on. Coming down 2,000 now. That's burning off quick.
Oh, don't change the view.
That's not helping. That's better.
It's not like...
Now it looks as though we're coming down on a ridge between two craters in the big crater. Which isn't ideal.
Yeah, but as long as we land on the ridge, we're fine.
Well, there is that.
Right, we are...
I've got a bit of a...
cancel that!
What was that for?
That was an accident. I'm getting all my controls mixed up.
Oh, that's not good.
Right, we are...
coming up to 1,000.
1,000 metres up, so we're going to land at the 1,600 mark.
Right. It's that number again. It's coming back to haunt me. It's like 23 all over again. Right, we've got some slight horizontal and translation going on with our movement.
I'm aware, yeah. I'm just keeping on top of it.
It's alright. Somebody I know is playing War Thunder. Good for them. Viewers want to see that, but we've got a little Steam pop-up. I'm going to disable them, I'm sick of them. I'm going to purge a bunch of people off my friends list. Right, we're looking alright. Not far off. I'll tell you what, I'll get with an angle.
Please don't. That's really confusing me.
Sorry.
Just leave it be.
I was looking for a shadow.
See, we're going up now.
We've kangarooed. It's alright, we'll come back down. Whoa! There.
I really wish you hadn't done that.
We could tell Wendy to hold prograde. That might help. Sorry, I was looking for a shadow. It's very hard to gauge. It's all stripy here. What's going on? Oh, there's the ground. Oh, she's down. Nah,
let's just leave her.
We don't have a choice, do we? We're on the moon! Wow,
we are on the moon.
It looks a bit like a base. You know, back in our glory days, we could have done a toboggan off here. Could have done my old trademark toboggan takeoff.
Back in our glory days, we just would have landed the damn thing.
This is true. Is the communitron on the underside of this?
It is. I'll roll it over.
Let's see the flag on the moon. Get the sunshine. There we are. That's a backwards version.
Just about make it out. There we go. You can just about make it out.
Glorious. It's the first time I've been to the moon since 1.0. That wasn't great.
It wasn't great, but it has netted us 182,000 on top of... Oh, and 30,000.
Well, you know what? There was very little chance this was coming back anyway.
Well, you know what? We're going to get another 150,000 when we transmit this science from the moon.
Aye. We might as well transmit it all back, frankly. It's not coming back. We might, at some point, we'll do a rescue mission for Wendy, but the science ain't coming back. Send it all back.
I'm glad we didn't send a orange coat.
Aye, that is true. But ultimately, I think what's really, really nice about this is it wasn't probably going to come back. Let's be brutally honest about it. So it doesn't really matter if it lands on its legs or on its side. It ain't coming back home. So it's there. We can transmit the science back. Might want to tuck those legs in.
No, the legs are actually helping me roll it.
There, that's good. I mean, it's going to be uncomfortable as piss for Wendy, sort of hanging at a 75-degree angle upside down. But what's important is the science is coming home. Wendy, your sacrifice will not be for
150,000, 15,000. We're going to be in the money.
Aye, that's not bad. It might cover your rescue mission in the far future, Wendy. We nearly rolled over the flag. How we responsible was that?
We did roll over the flag.
Well, I just bounced off it there.
You're not going to like what I'm going to try and do.
Wendy's
expendable.
What?
Wendy's expendable.
What are you trying to do?
Take off.
No.
Why?
No. Wendy's a moon base now. We'll come back. We'll save her.
Why? Why waste the resources?
What do you mean the resources?
If we blow her up, then we don't need to come back.
We might want to come back at some point. Somebody might say, do you want to go to the moon and plant another flag? And we'll go, tell you what, yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll go and put a flag next to the other flag and get the cash, get Wendy, get home. And then we've killed many birds with a stone. And that's a good thing. I'm not liking this. I can see what you're doing. I can see that slope. I can see where you're trying to position. This ain't no toboggan takeoff tool. It's not built for that.
It's built for what I tell it to be built for.
You could nearly flip that over, you know. Nearly get it back on its legs if you could do that.
No, it's too long for that. Can we not do surface samples at the moment?
I don't think so.
No, I think you have to unlock them.
But not that it's going to do any good, because the surface sample would just end up smeared across the surface. Who's going to enjoy that?
I think you're probably right. It probably is going to be the death of the poor guy.
Oh, the legs are in. He's going for it. You're facing a rock. That's not how you take off.
Is that better?
Look for the sharpest hill you can find, because you need to get off the ground quick smart.
That's where we're going.
Oh, look at that crater. That's perfect. Aye. Right. Bit more. You'll have to slalom your way between the flag and the other big rock. If you can survive to the point we crest that lip, you'll probably just end up exploding on the other side of the crater.
You know what? I think if I put the legs out, it'll keep we going straight.
They might scrape on the bottom as well. They might go first. Right. Okay then. We'll say a little silent prayer. That's enough of that. Go. I wouldn't go too hard just yet. Just nice and gentle. Oh, the flag! The legs aren't helping very much. Go on. Go on.
It's fine.
Don't know what that was.
That was that was the engine.
Right.
So yeah, we'll do a rescue mission for Wendy at some point.
Is that a parachute? At least try and put a face up! Wow, that's some spin on that!
That's because I didn't have the RCS on.
Just leave it pointing up.
I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying.
There.
There we go.
Those legs were incredibly durable.
They were, yeah. That's basically all that's left. Well, you know what? I don't really see that as much of a failure. I mean, obviously that bit. Obviously that bit. But look at the cash.
Yeah, we've got a good chunk of signs. What cash is now
we've got 609,000. I didn't mean to go into the science bit there. What I meant to demonstrate was that I believe we have fulfilled all of our contract missions now. Yep, we have no active contract, so we're ready to take on new missions. So
let's have a look.
Visual Service of the Moon, Kerbin, we've got a rescue mission.
Flyby Minimus.
Flyby Minimus for 133 grand. We'll pick that up.
Nice.
We could do that next time, maybe. Science data from space around Kerbin worth 19 grand. We might as well do that because we can do it on the way out to anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, I quite like that.
Quite like that myself. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed it because it's had its ups and its downs.
Indeed, and we've left things in a better state than we found them. And you can't say fairer than that.
You can't say fairer than
Apart
that.
from Wendy could probably say fairer than that. Should say, rescue me, you bastards, what have you done?
That's 2 white coats we now have stranded. So if you want to see us come back and save them one day, or maybe do some other crazy stuff that involves exploding and maybe Kerbal's dying, no one's died yet, touch wood, then please hit that subscribe button that you'll be seeing on your screen,
That's
or
the
monitor, or TV, or whatever the hell you're watching it on. And you can also go to our website, look us up on Facebook, and look us up on Twitter, and all of that typical stuff that you can generally do these
basically
days.
type GonzoEwok into Google and then like and follow and pimp the shit out of us to everybody you know.
Or Bing, if you feel so inclined, if you're one of those people. You could even ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you, and goodbye.
Good night.